Hello again. Tonight, let's drift slowly backward through time. Back before sleep meant pillows, memory foam, or electric blankets. Back when sleep was not something luxurious, but something necessary. Simple, silent. Just the body and the earth. Just the stars. And just the dark. So take a long breath in. Let your shoulders drop. And listen. As the quiet past begins to whisper, the earth was the first bed. Long ago, before walls, before clocks, before language even had a word for bed, there was only the ground. The world was wild then, untamed. Night meant real darkness, cold, wind, danger, silence. Early humans slept close to fire. Its glow their safety. They didn't sleep once a night, but twice. They had a first sleep, a midnight waking, and then a second sleep. This rhythm was called polyphasic sleep. Natural, slow, unhurried, a sleep broken gently, not by alarms, but by instinct. They slept on leaves, on moss, on fur and earth. Now imagine a cave glowing orange from a quiet flame, shadows flickering on stone walls, cold air on your skin, but fire, keeping you safe. A body wrapped in fur, breathing slowly as stars turn above. No thoughts of bills, no social media, no beeping, just stone, smoke, and rest. The sacred slumber of Egypt. Thousands of years later, along the soft, flowing Nile, the Egyptians slept. Not just to rest, but to reach the divine. In Egypt, dreams were messages. Sleep was sacred, a doorway to other worlds. Pharaohs had dream interpreters, priests who listened to the sleeping mind. Before bed, some prayed to Thoth, the god of wisdom and dreams. Dreams told truths, revealed destinies, warned of dangers. People slept on mats made of palm fibers. The wealthier had wooden beds, firm frames, no softness. And their pillows? Not fluffy, but stone. Carved headrests that lifted the head, like a sculpture, not for comfort, but for alignment with the stars, with the gods. Now imagine a still stone room. The sound of crickets outside, the moonlight slipping through a tiny clay window, and a head resting not on softness, but on belief. The air warm, the body still, and the soul drifting toward meaning. Greece, where sleep meets thought. The Greeks were curious. They questioned everything, even dreams. Hippocrates, and father of medicine, believed sleep healed the body. Aristotle thought sleep was caused by digestion, warm vapors from food rising then falling, making the body sleepy. They didn't need heavy mattresses. They had straw, wool blankets, simple homes, shared rooms. Privacy was rare. Families slept together. Mothers, fathers, children, sometimes animals too. But it was peaceful, quiet, no engines, no screens, only the soft sound of wind rustling through olive trees. Maybe far away, the faint notes of a lyre drifting across the night. Now picture this, a whitewashed wall catching moonlight, the faint scent of herbs in the air, a family breathing in rhythm. Their dreams unspoken, yet shared. Rome, sleep with structure. The Romans believed in order, in building, in comfort, but with rules. They made beds, real beds, frames, legs, decorations. Wealthy Romans had cushions, stuffed with feathers or hay. Pillows became more common. Blankets, too. But the poor, they still slept on straw, or the floor, or didn't sleep much at all. Still, sleep mattered. Meridiatio, the midday nap, was normal. Even emperors napped. It wasn't laziness. It was life. No one had to explain it. The sun rose, the body worked. The sun fell, the body rested. No clocks, no urgency, only routine. Now imagine a Roman villa. Marble walls glowing with torchlight. The soft steps of a servant placing a warm cloth nearby. And outside, the city slowly quieting. As night rolls in, the smell of warm bread. The hush of the Tiber River. And rest, embraced like a ritual. Shared sleep, shared souls. For most of history, sleep wasn't private. It was shared. In medieval Europe, inns were crowded. If you were traveling, you'd likely share a bed with a stranger. They called it sleeping double. It wasn't strange. It was just normal. Families, too, slept together. In one room, sometimes in one bed, Grandparents, parents, children. It wasn't lonely. It wasn't cold. It was warm, cramped, human. The idea of my room, my mattress, didn't exist. Now picture a wooden room, a small fire crackling, 6 people curled together, sharing stories before sleep. Then silence, breath, stillness, and a kind of closeness we rarely know today. The industrial shift. Sleep becomes the enemy. Then came machines, smoke, steel, the tick of clocks. The Industrial Revolution changed everything. Suddenly, time was measured. Sleep had a limit. Workers had shifts. Sleep was cut, divided, interrupted. Not because of nature, but because of need. Polyphasic sleep disappeared. The first and second sleep became one. Interrupted sleep became a problem, not a rhythm. Candles gave way to gas lights, then electricity. And the dark? It vanished. Sleep was no longer a sacred pause. It became inconvenient. Now picture a crowded city, chimneys smoking, factories glowing at midnight, children sleeping near machines, and silence. Becoming rare. The modern bedtime. Today, sleep looks different. Bedrooms are personal. Mattresses are engineered. Memory foam, cooling gel, weighted blankets, apps that track your dreams. We've made sleep complicated. There are pills, podcasts, lights that mimic sunsets, sound machines with fake rain. We've made sleep a performance, a challenge, something to fix. But still, beneath all the noise, our bodies remember. They remember the earth, the fire, the rhythm, and sleep still waits for us, patiently, the eternal night. So tonight, in your room, with your bed, your pillow, your phone set to silent, remember this: sleep is ancient, older than language, older than beds, older than memory itself. It connects you to every human who ever lived, from cave dwellers to pharaohs, from Roman poets to Greek philosophers, from a child in medieval England to someone just like you, closing their eyes in a quiet place. Tonight, you're not alone. You are part of a history, soft and still as the stars outside. So take a slow breath. Let your body grow heavy. Let your thoughts drift like clouds. And return, not just to sleep, but to a tradition as old as time. A pause, a silence, a gentle return to peace.